we have a question here. How do you know if you should be maintaining or building muscle?
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, to which I would say anyone could be stronger, right? Okay, and also, yeah, so I'd say we're all candidates. You know, I go to the gym and I work out, and it's about prevention, getting ahead and really conditioning that muscle. Uh, and then, so a lot of our customers may already be strong or may get to that level of strength and continue to go up the levels of increments. Why? Well, that's where we're going to get into the sexual health piece. As that muscle gets stronger, it can contract more profoundly. And it's contraction and release. I just want to say it's not just tightness, it's contraction and release. That's where you get into orgasm enhancement, and people often pursue greater strength of squeeze for that reason. And so there's some upside there.
Now, we do have another good question. How about using it postpartum?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Definitely great for that. We recommend waiting the usual amount of time before starting robust exercise after delivery. So that's in the instruction manual, but it's for that purpose. Most women hear about Kegels from their doctor postpartum, and the doctor says, do your Kegels. And, but it's also great pre. So if someone plans on pregnancy, I would say start doing it now and get ready for that.
Now, we have another question that asks, how much weight can a woman hold safely?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great question. So I worked with medical advisors when building this, and one in particular early on was really, really significant to me. He reconstructs vaginas after cancer and other injuries. So, because I was wondering at that point where to end the kit, like where to stop building, because I even have an extension I didn't tell you about. We do have an upgrade that doubles the weight. And he's like, if she can hold it, she's fine. And what happens is, so there is no limit, you know, in that sense. Because a woman's standing and she's holding it, and you know, what will happen is a natural safety mechanism. The minute her muscles can't hold it, they tremble and let it go, it just drops right out of the body. So there's a natural safety built in. So just try it, go for it.
Yeah, what do you have to lose, right? You try it and
yeah,
see what you can do.
Exactly. Have fun. And that's the thing, I don't want women to stress out over it. You know, if you're using the weight and holding it in, you're getting stronger per force. It's going to happen, and you can't do it wrong. I mean, doing it wrong would be, there is one way you could do it wrong. Don't use it for hours. You know, we recommend a very small window, 10 minutes max, but you're holding, squeezing, and relaxing during that time. Just like with weights, you hold and then you let go. Here's where I get so upset and why I got involved. Those Kegelbell and yoni eggs, they say wear them for hours. So what they're saying is keep your muscle cramped and contracted for hours. Now that's not going to kill you, but what it's going to do is it's going to cramp up your muscle, and you're going to get a muscle that's constantly tight and restricted. Not going to, like I said, you're not going to die, but you definitely want to avoid that, because then you're going to have to go see pelvic floor therapists, and they're going to have to release that muscle through massage and other techniques. And yes, we do have customers who come to us with that problem of already having tight and cramped muscles. And to that we say, you know, have it released with a pelvic floor therapist, and then, you know, you need to strengthen that muscle then, and then use Kegelbell to strengthen that muscle.
Now, I wanted to ask, what are some common misconceptions about Kegel exercises?
Good one. Huh. Well, I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that it's easy. And sure enough, I can tell you how to Kegel right now. It'll take less than a minute, you know. But we know from medical studies, not ours, just medical studies that have been out there for decades and repeated, that 75% of women can't Kegel properly even after instruction.
Wow.
So easy, yeah, takes a sentence to describe it. But what's going on is if a muscle's atrophied and a woman's disconnected from that muscle, she can't locate it to squeeze it. And so what she's probably doing is she's squeezing her abdomen or her thighs or her buttocks and not getting to the appropriate muscle group. And also, to do isometric Kegels without an adjunct device, you're doing them 3 times a day every day, and most women just don't. Well, you know, who can? So That's why. So it's not easy. And I think the other misconception is some women think Kegels are just for bladder leakage and don't know about the prolapse of the organs I spoke of or sexual function.
Yeah.
And other people think it's just for sex and they don't know about the bladder leakage. And the last thing I think is the biggest misconception is people think, oh, Kegelbell, that's just for the pleasure of a male partner. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. I mean, yeah, it is true. It will be pleasurable for a male partner. But that's one benefit on a list of like 20, okay? And so I would say that that is a misconception where people dismiss it. Like, I'm a feminist. This is for the guys. And like, no. This is you. We've got, yeah. There's so many important reasons to use it. And yes, we have lots of very happy lesbians using it. And it is a feminist product in design, intention, and in its use.
Absolutely. Well, and it's designed by a woman for women, so, or for anybody with a vagina. I think
anyone correctly, yes.
Yeah. Now, Stephanie, what are your users saying?
Oh, that's why I love doing this. This is what keeps me going. You guys support inventors, so you know the hardships of a startup and an inventor. And, you know, I haven't seen a single paycheck or dime yet from this adventure, and we're a few years in. But hey, greater than riches is hearing from customers. And so what I love is like the 2 weeks and it's working, or just some of the stories, like some of the more powerful stories of women will write and say, I'm raising 2 girls. And I want to make sure they don't suffer the way I did, and they know how this works and what's going on. And, you know, that, like the next generation, I know will not have to suffer any length of time, and that's profound. I would say the other thing I'm hearing from customers is like before customers. Here's what I love is midnight before Mother's Day. We just had Mother's Day last week. Some lady messaged me on Facebook. And she said she's depressed, she's divorced, 52, getting divorced, 52. She wanted to know about the payment plan. That's what she was writing me about. And, you know, I had her in mind when I did this. And it is, you know, girl, I gotcha. You know, you're going to be strong, you're going to be proud, you're going to be confident in having fun and doing everything you want. And the language she was using is language I hear a lot, like she felt broken or damaged. I'm like, you have weak muscle. 2 weeks, we're gonna get you right back where you need to be. And in 3 months, I said, send me pictures of the hot person you're dating. And I love that. I love it when they share what they're doing. And so that's what keeps me going, for sure.
Yeah, and you know, it's such a powerful product in that it helps to drive confidence that has been lost as a result of this, right? And at the end of the day, as people age, this is just a natural part of life on top of it all, right? So these are exercises that can help build that muscle up and just build confidence in oneself to face the world differently.
Yeah, so beautifully said. And it's true that that's feedback we're getting. And so I'm about to do a survey called a swagger study, because how do we quantify when people say they got their confidence back and their swagger back? And I'm the biggest, I think, example of that. I've got tons of swagger now from using Kegelbell. So that is everything when people, and that confidence is about at work. Like, imagine being in a boardroom, 2 people talking, and you're having leakage. It's not great. It distracts. Imagine being a busy mother trying to juggle getting those pads and diapers, and a lot of women write me, I'm trying to run after my kids and I'm leaking everywhere. You know, or a school teacher wrote me, I'm terrified there's going to be a fire drill and we have to run and everyone's going to see me leak. So it's that kind of thing, you know, as well as the confidence in the bedroom that, you know, I want everyone to feel powerful in that context as well, because that's, you know, important and not to be dismissed. And then I would say also for athletes, what I've really noticed is athletes will perform it no matter what, because they're obsessed and they care. But boy, do you hold back if you're leaking, right? And there's this one, I never got to speak with her, but her trainer communicated with me. This one power lifter, she would like spray on the platform urine like a shower head. And she was still doing her thing, but boy, you're feeling strong, you're competing at the highest level, and you have to manage that embarrassment. So her trainer had her use Kegelbell, and she got to compete in the Arnold for the first time ever, came in second, dry on the platform.
That's so awesome.
So I love that confidence allows them to perform at the highest level.
Now, any tips or tricks on the use of the Kegelbell or just in general?
I would say you got to use it, right? I mean, the woman who's competing in the Arnold, the Ironman athletes, the women I'm speaking of, they used it. If you don't use it, you're not going to get the results. So then I think the tip and trick is, how are you going to integrate it into your life? It's 5 minutes, 3 times a week when you first start using it. But how do you engineer your life? Do you use it in the shower? Does that help? Are you going to use it in the bedroom to get you going? That's a good reminder to use it. Get your partner involved. Maybe they'll help remind you to use it. So I would say find a trick to integrate it into your life, because when you use it, that's when the results come. And then after you get to a certain level, you just need to find 5 minutes once a week. And so how do you remember to do that? And I think that's really the only tip and trick. And then don't worry, as long as you're using it, you're going to get strong.
And then I love your enthusiasm and your passion behind the product. It's really, really awesome. And I've enjoyed our conversations together, and obviously here as well. But I think you've kind of alluded to a lot of this in some of your answers. But what are you most proud of ultimately, having launched Kegelbell, and I know going through some of the challenges that you went through and getting to a final product on the market? What would you say you're most proud of?
Oh yeah, the list is long, because it is about, I think I'm most proud of the people that I'm working with, because a lot of people stepped up. You know, a lot of people had to step up. If I have no money, that means people are giving, offering, helping. I call them the vagina philanthropists. And that's been humbling and stunning to see. And it would not exist without it. So I would say all the help from our fulfillment team that work to get it out immediately to people, and are so devoted that they're doing this, you know, in a way that's philanthropic, I would say. To, you know, every person you see involved is doing it that way. So I would say that I'm most proud of, and the team of those people. And then secondly, it would be, yeah, I feel like, yes, Kegelbell alone won't get you second in the Ironman or 6th in, you know, the Arnold, or on the date with this dreamy person. You have to develop yourself. But whenever customers write and share that with me, you know, I feel like I'm a little bit, we're on stage with, you know, we're a little bit there with them at those moments. And so, yeah, I think I'm most proud. I like to go through my email and see pictures of these ladies doing all these wonderful things, and think that we're there with them in some way.
That's awesome. Yeah, and you know, it's awesome that we have this great partnership. You're in a lot of our stores, obviously through our website as well. So it's really fun to have this product, because A, it's a unique product, B, it's effective, and C, honestly, I think it's really great that your passion behind your own product, which sounds silly to say, but you know, there's some people who invent and then they don't necessarily think about that. They think about what's next, where you are so involved in this, and your passion definitely shows, and it's super fun to see as well. So thank you so much for all of that. Well, Stephanie, thank you so much again for joining me today. Everybody, this is Stephanie Schultz. She is the CEO, founder, and inventor of the Kegelbell. If you want to learn more about it, you can go to b8ta.com and search Kegelbell, and it'll populate right up. And you can also learn more at kegelbell.com. And obviously, any questions, shoot them over to our platform, and you can chat with one of us on b8ta.com, and we'll gladly answer any of those questions that you have. But until next time, everybody, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you on Friday. Bye, y'all.
Bingo. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.